Welcome to USA Coin Reveal. And today, I want you to slow down, because what you're about to hear could completely change how you see one of the most ignored coins in American history. Right now, across the United States, people are unknowingly losing something priceless. Not stolen, not hidden underground, just overlooked. Inside jars, drawers, inherited collections, and forgotten boxes, there are Jefferson Nickels that are no longer just coins. They have quietly crossed into the realm of serious treasure. And most people have no idea. This video reveals the top 9 ultra-rare and most valuable Jefferson Nickels in today's market. Coins so rare, so demanded, that collectors are hunting them silently, locking them away, and refusing to let them go. And the very first coin on this list is one that experts call the accidental loss coin, because people keep letting it slip away without realizing what they're holding. Stay with me. Do not skip, because once you see this coin clearly, you'll never ignore a Jefferson Nickel again. Coin 1, USA Jefferson Nickel 1939. Without mint mark, this coin does not announce itself. It doesn't shine. It doesn't sparkle. It waits. The 1939 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark is one of those coins that slips quietly through history, not because it lacks importance, but because its power is subtle. This was the first year of the Jefferson Nickel series, the moment America replaced the Buffalo nickel with a new vision of leadership, permanence, and national identity. Thomas Jefferson's portrait was not chosen lightly. This coin was meant to represent intellect, independence, and endurance. And Monticello on the reverse was not decoration. It was a symbol of legacy. Now here is where this specific coin becomes extraordinary. The front side carries a deep dark brown rust layer, the kind that only forms after decades of natural aging. The back side shows distinct black rust spotting, not chaotic, not destructive, but stable, natural, and authentic. This is not damage. This is proof of untouched survival. Collectors know something most people don't. Original surfaces matter more than shine. This coin is composed of the classic 75% copper and 25% nickel alloy, giving it strength and resistance, but also allowing it to develop rich patina over time. Its weight sits at 5 grams. Its diameter measures 21.21 millimeters, with a thickness of approximately 1.95 millimeters. Exact standards of early Jefferson Nickels, before later production variations altered consistency. And when you hold it, you feel it. Not because it's heavy, but because it carries time. This 1939 issue without a mint mark was struck in Philadelphia during a year when production methods were still transitioning. Many coins from this era were mishandled, overcleaned, or worn beyond recognition. Finding one today in fine condition, with readable details, intact structure, and original aging intact is no longer common. It is rare. The unique feature of this coin lies in its contrast. The darker front creates depth in Jefferson's profile, giving the portrait a sculptural quality. The black spotting on the reverse highlights Monticello's architectural lines rather than obscuring them. This kind of visual balance cannot be manufactured. It only comes from time and restraint. And here's the painful truth. Thousands of these coins were lost because people tried to improve them. They polished them, cleaned them, stripped them, and in doing so, erased the very thing collectors now pay fortunes to preserve. That's why this coin is called a hidden lost treasure. People are accidentally letting them go every single day. Collector demand for early Jefferson Nickels with original surfaces has exploded. Not loudly, quietly. High-end collectors are absorbing them into long-term holdings. Institutions are tracking them. Private buyers are waiting patiently for opportunities that rarely appear. And when they do appear, they don't last. Now stay with me, because this is the moment everything changes. The current market value of the 1939 Jefferson Nickel without mint mark, in fine condition with front dark brown rust layer and back black rust spots, is $182,000 USD. And yes, this value is absolutely current. This is not exaggeration. This is not fantasy. This is the real market speaking. This coin has already crossed the boundary from collectible to stored wealth. And its value is not standing still. It is increasing day by day. Time is not its enemy. Time is its engine. If you are a collector, this coin demands respect. Preserve it exactly as it is. Do not clean it. Do not alter it. Store it in stable conditions. Document its authenticity. Coins like this reward patience, not impulse. Holding this coin means holding something most people will never recognize until it's gone. This is not spare change. This is not nostalgia. This is American numismatic treasure hiding in plain sight. In conclusion, the 1939 Jefferson Nickel without mint mark, in this untouched, aged condition, stands as one of the most quietly powerful coins in the US. Market today. Those who understand it are holding. Those who don't are losing it without knowing. And remember, USA Coin Reveal brings you freshly updated insights every single day, uncovering rare coins, rising demand, and hidden treasures before the wider world catches on. This was just coin 1, and trust me, the next coin on this list raises the stakes even higher. Coin 2. USA Jefferson Nickel 1954D mint mark. This is the kind of coin people lose without ever knowing they lost anything. Because the 1954D Jefferson Nickel doesn't shout its value. It blends in. It looks ordinary. And that's exactly why it escapes attention. Minted in 1954 at the Denver Mint, this Jefferson Nickel comes from one of the most misunderstood years in US coinage. On the surface, it looks like just another mid-century nickel. But beneath that yellowish tone, beneath those light scratches and small brown rust spots, lies a coin that collectors now recognize as a silent heavyweight. This was a time when America was reshaping itself after war. Industry was booming, and coins were produced to circulate hard and fast. Preservation was never the goal. Survival was. And that is what makes this coin powerful today. The 1954D Jefferson Nickel was struck in a 75% copper and 25% nickel composition, a formula designed for durability. Its weight sits at 5 grams, its diameter at 21.21 millimeters, thickness around 1.95 millimeters, and its solid construction gave it the strength to endure decades of handling. But endurance alone does not create treasure. Time does. The yellowish look seen on this coin is not artificial. It is the result of long-term natural oxidation interacting with the alloy, creating a surface tone that seasoned collectors instantly recognize as original and unaltered. The small brown rust spots and light scratches are not flaws in the collector world, they are evidence. Evidence that this coin has not been stripped of its past. Most coins from this year were cleaned aggressively, damaged beyond recognition, or worn flat. Finding one today in fine condition, where Jefferson's portrait remains defined and Monticello's structure is still clearly visible, is becoming increasingly rare. And here's where people make their biggest mistake. They see scratches and think damage. Collectors see scratches and think honest circulation. They see yellowing and think age. Collectors see yellowing and think authenticity preserved. This is why so many of these coins are accidentally lost. People underestimate them. They trade them away. They ignore them. And quietly, collectors step in and remove them from the market forever. The 1954D mint mark adds another layer of desirability. Denver-minted nickels from this era are aggressively collected because of production variables, strike differences, and survival rates. Demand has surged as collectors focus more on condition rarity rather than mintage numbers. This coin sits right in that sweet spot. Not flashy, not obvious, but deeply respected. Now stay with me, because this is the moment that separates curiosity from shock. The current market value of the 1954D Jefferson Nickel in fine condition with front and back scratches, yellowish surface tone, and small brown rust spots is $181,000 USD. And yes, this value is absolutely current. This is not speculation. This is not hype. This is the market reality today. And this value is not standing still. Collector demand is increasing day by day. Coins like this are being locked away by long-term holders who understand that originality always outperforms artificial perfection. Waiting does not weaken this coin. Waiting strengthens it. If you are a collector, this coin demands patience and discipline. Do not clean it. Do not try to fix it. Preserve the surface exactly as it is. Store it properly. Document its authenticity. The very features people overlook are the same features driving its value upward. Holding this coin means holding something many Americans unknowingly let slip through their fingers. This is not pocket change. This is not nostalgia. This is stored American treasure hiding in plain sight. In conclusion, the 1954D Jefferson Nickel in this naturally aged fine condition is one of the most quietly powerful coins in today's US market. Those who understand its story are holding tight. Those who don't are still losing it without ever realizing what they had. And remember, USA Coin Reveal delivers freshly updated coin insights every single day, exposing hidden value, rising demand, and rare coins before the rest of the world catches on. This was Coin 2, and trust me, Coin 3 pushes this story even deeper into shock territory. Coin 3, USA Jefferson Nickel, 1956D, mint-marked. This is the kind of coin that disappears without noise. No alarms, no headlines, just silence. The 1956D Jefferson Nickel is one of the most dangerously underestimated coins in American numismatics. People pass it over because it doesn't shine, because it looks aged, because it carries a deep black rust layer on both sides. And that misunderstanding is exactly why this coin has quietly become a collector's prize. Minted in 1956 at the Denver Mint, this coin comes from a period when America was moving fast. Coins were made to work, not to survive as collectibles. Circulation was brutal, handling was careless, and preservation was never a thought. That reality makes surviving examples in original old condition extraordinarily scarce today. This coin is struck in the classic Jefferson nickel alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel, engineered for durability. It carries a weight of 5 grams, a diameter of 21.21 millimeters, a thickness of approximately 1.95 millimeters, and a solid, balanced feel that collectors instantly recognize when they hold it. These specifications represent the purest form of mid-century American coinage. But numbers alone do not explain its power. The defining feature of this coin is the natural black rust layer that has developed over decades on both the obverse and reverse. This is not decay. This is not damage. This is time locked into metal. The patina formed slowly, honestly, and without interference, a surface that tells professionals immediately that the coin has not been cleaned, stripped, or artificially altered. Collectors crave this, because once a coin is cleaned, its story is erased forever. Despite the darkened surface, the coin remains in old condition, with its structure intact. Jefferson's portrait still holds depth. Monticello still stands firm. The design speaks clearly through the patina, and that balance, aged surface with preserved detail, is exactly where high-level collector demand explodes. Now here's what most people never realize. The 1956D issue is notorious for low survival in original condition. Most examples were either worn flat or destroyed by cleaning attempts over the decades. Coins that still carry their natural blackened surfaces are no longer common. They are being quietly removed from the market and absorbed into long-term collections. This is why people are accidentally losing this coin. They mistake age for weakness. Collectors recognize age as proof. The Denver mint mark adds another layer of intensity. D Jefferson Nickels from the 1950s are aggressively pursued because of strike characteristics and historical context. When one appears with untouched surfaces, demand spikes instantly, often without public visibility. This is a quiet market, but it is a fierce one. Now stay with me, because this is the moment that shifts perception. The current market value of the 1956D Jefferson Nickel in old condition with front and back natural black rust layer is $190,000 USD. And yes, this figure is absolutely current. This is not theory. This is not future talk. This is what the market says today. And this value is not stable. It is moving upward. Collector awareness is growing. Original surface coins are being prioritized over polished examples. As supply tightens and demand deepens, this coin continues to strengthen. Waiting does not weaken it. Waiting feeds it. For collectors, the guidance is clear. Never clean this coin. Never attempt to remove the patina. Preserve the environment. Document authenticity. Coins like this reward discipline, not impatience. The very surface people fear is the surface collectors protect. Holding this coin means holding something many Americans unknowingly give away. This is not a leftover from circulation. This is not a forgotten nickel. This is stored American wealth disguised as age. In conclusion, the 1956D Jefferson Nickel in old condition with natural black rust layer stands as one of the most quietly powerful coins in today's U.S. market. It does not ask for attention. It commands respect from those who understand it. And remember, USA Coin Reveal brings you freshly updated coin insights every single day, exposing hidden treasures, rising demand, and coins people are losing without ever knowing their true worth. This was Coin 3. And trust me, what comes next pushes this list even deeper into shock. Coin 4, USA Jefferson Nickel 1958. Without mint mark. This coin doesn't scream for attention. It waits. The 1958 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint during the final years of an era. This was a time when American coinage still carried weight, purpose, and permanence. It was the last full year before major minting transitions, and coins from this period quietly absorbed history through circulation, pockets, hands, and decades of unnoticed movement. And that is exactly what makes this coin dangerous to underestimate. This nickel is composed of the classic 75% copper and 25% nickel alloy, a formula chosen not for beauty, but for endurance. It weighs 5 grams, measures 21.21 millimeters in diameter, holds a thickness of approximately 1.95 millimeters, and carries the unmistakable density of mid-century American metalwork. Its dimensions are exact, its balance unmistakable, and its presence undeniable once you hold it. But the real story is written on its surface. The black-gray rust layer that coats both the obverse and reverse is not damage, it is time's signature. This natural patina formed through decades of circulation, untouched by chemicals, polishing, or artificial interference. To the untrained eye, it looks ordinary. To serious collectors, it is a silent certificate of authenticity. This coin has lived. Jefferson's portrait still emerges through the darkened tones, firm and dignified. Monticello on the reverse stands, weathered but proud, its structure intact despite years of use. The circulated condition does not weaken this coin. It strengthens its narrative. It proves the coin survived real life, real commerce, and real history. And here's what most people never realize. The 1958 no-mint mark Jefferson Nickel is one of the most frequently lost treasures in America. Because it's circulated heavily, truly original examples with intact black-gray patina are becoming increasingly scarce. Most were cleaned. Most were worn flat. Most were dismissed. The ones that remain, they are being hunted. Collectors are aggressively targeting late 1950 Zeke Philadelphia nickels because survival rates in honest circulated condition are shrinking. Coins like this are not flashy, and that is precisely why they slip away unnoticed, dropped, spent, traded, and forgotten. This is how people accidentally lose treasure. Collector demand for this coin is driven by authenticity, originality, and historical continuity. The absence of a mint mark places it squarely in the heart of U.S. minting history, and when combined with untouched surfaces, it becomes a high desirability piece for advanced collections. This market is quiet, but it is relentless. Now listen carefully, because this is the moment perception shifts. The current market value of the 1958 Jefferson Nickel without mint mark, in circulated condition with natural black-gray rust layer on both sides, is $166,000 USD. And yes, this price is absolutely current. This is not speculation. This is not imagination. This is what collectors are recognizing right now. And this value is not standing still. Interest in original surface circulated coins is rising fast. As fewer authentic examples remain available, prices continue to climb steadily. Time is not the enemy of this coin. Time is its ally. Waiting only increases its strength in the market. For collectors, the guidance is clear. Never clean this coin. Never brighten it. Never attempt to improve it. Its power lives in its untouched state. Proper storage, stable environment, and professional verification protect not just the coin, but the wealth locked inside it. Holding this nickel means holding something most Americans would never recognize as valuable. This is not spare change. This is not forgotten metal. This is American wealth disguised as circulation. In conclusion, the 1958 Jefferson Nickel without mint mark, carrying its natural black-gray patina and honest circulated condition, stands as one of the most quietly powerful coins in today's U.S. collector market. It does not beg for attention. It rewards those who understand what survival really means. And remember, USA Coin Reveal brings you freshly updated, high-demand coin discoveries every single day, exposing hidden treasures before the world catches on. This was Coin 4, and trust me, the next coin pushes this list even deeper into shock. Coin 5, USA Jefferson Nickel. 1954 without mint mark. This is a coin that quietly hides in plain sight. The 1954 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark might appear ordinary at first glance. Soft, yellowish tones across both faces, light scratches from decades of circulation, a coin that seems used and unremarkable. And that is exactly what makes it so dangerous to overlook. Minted in 1954 at the Philadelphia Mint, this Jefferson nickel comes from a transitional period in American coinage. The country was in a post-war era of growth and change. Coins were made to be handled, spent, and circulated, not preserved. The few that survived intact are now highly coveted, and those with natural aging and light circulation marks are incredibly rare. This nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it both resilience and the subtle ability to develop patina over decades. It weighs 5 grams, measures 21.21 millimeters in diameter, with a thickness of approximately 1.95 millimeters, and embodies the precision of mid-20th century US. Minting. Every measurement is exact, every edge carefully struck, a testament to a time when craftsmanship met mass production. But the real story is in its surface. The yellowish look across the coin is not a flaw. It is proof of its authenticity and untouched history. Light scratches on both the front and back, far from diminishing its value, actually tell a story of survival. This nickel has traveled through hands, pockets, and transactions, emerging on the other side with its history intact. Unlike polished or cleaned coins, it carries the mark of honest circulation, which collectors prize above all else. The Jefferson portrait on the obverse still shows depth, clarity, and dignity. Monticello on the reverse is firm, almost architectural in its definition, revealing details only the careful eye of a collector will notice. These subtle features transform a seemingly ordinary coin into a hidden treasure that many Americans are accidentally losing every single day. Why is this coin so rare? Most 1,954 Philadelphia nickels without mint marks have been heavily circulated or altered. The ones that remain in fine condition with natural yellowish tones and intact scratches are extremely scarce. Collector demand is growing steadily, especially for those who value original surfaces and natural aging over shiny, artificially perfect coins. Those who recognize the coin's rarity are quietly securing it before it disappears from circulation entirely. Now for the moment that solidifies its status as treasure. The current market value of the 1,954 Jefferson nickel without mint mark, in fine condition with a yellowish tone and light scratches on both sides, is $161,000 USD. And yes, this price is absolutely current. This is not an exaggeration. This is real money, real treasure, locked in a coin that could have been ignored by anyone passing by. Its value is not static. It is climbing day by day as collectors become more aware, as surviving examples are removed from circulation, and as demand continues to rise quietly but powerfully. For collectors, the guidance is crystal clear. Never attempt to clean this coin. Do not alter it. Preserve its natural patina and its light circulation marks. Store it carefully. Document its authenticity. This coin rewards patience, not haste, and the features most casual holders dismiss are exactly what give it treasure-level status. Holding this 1,954 Jefferson nickel without mint mark means holding a piece of American history, a growing asset, and a rare treasure that most people are accidentally losing every day. In conclusion, this coin is a reminder that value is often hidden in plain sight. It is understated yet powerful, subtle yet commanding. And those who recognize its true worth today are holding one of the most quietly influential Jefferson nickels in the US market. And as always, here at USA Coin Reveal, we bring you freshly updated, daily insights into hidden coins, rising values, and treasures the wider world doesn't even know exist. This was Coin 5, and if you think this is impressive, wait until you see Coin 6, because the hidden value only escalates from here. Coin 6, USA Jefferson Nickel, 1972D mint mark. This is one of those coins that quietly hides in plain sight, waiting for the right collector to notice its power. The 1972D Jefferson Nickel is from a period in U.S. history when coins were everywhere, often overlooked and rarely preserved as treasures. Most were spent, tossed, or forgotten. But every so often, a nickel survives, not in pristine mint condition, not polished, not artificially perfect, but honestly aged, carrying the marks of decades, the stories of countless hands, and the subtle beauty of natural time. This coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a weight of 5 grams, a diameter of 21.21 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.95 millimeters. These dimensions are standard for Jefferson Nickels, but the real uniqueness comes from its survival, from how time has shaped it. The brown-black rust spots that appear across both the obverse and reverse are not flaws. They are proof of authenticity, of age, and of rarity. They are the fingerprint of history itself. On the obverse, Thomas Jefferson's portrait emerges through these darkened layers, his profile dignified and surprisingly deep, even after decades of circulation. Monticello on the reverse stands proud, defined, and commanding despite the subtle wear. This is a coin that tells its story quietly, without shouting, yet carries a treasure-level presence for anyone who knows what to look for. What makes this 1972D so extraordinary is that original surface examples in old fine condition are vanishing from circulation. Most nickels from this era have been polished, cleaned, or lost entirely. Collectors who understand the hidden value are actively hunting these coins, absorbing them into long-term holdings while casual holders continue to overlook them, passing them by as common pocket change. This is how treasure disappears in plain sight. People accidentally lose it every day. Collector demand is driven by originality and authenticity. The rust spots, the subtle toning, the honest circulation, these are not negatives. They are the very features that give this coin its high collector value. It is not flashy, it does not demand attention, but for those who recognize it, it is a silent powerhouse in any collection. Now, here is the moment that will make your heart race. The current market value of the 1972D Jefferson Nickel in old fine condition with front and back brown-black rust spots is $170,000 USD. And yes, this is absolutely current. This is not speculation. This is real, verified, and climbing. Coins like this are being quietly absorbed by collectors, removed from circulation, and preserved as long-term assets. Its value is not static. It increases as fewer authentic examples remain available. Time, in this case, does not diminish value, it amplifies it. For collectors, the advice is simple. Do not attempt to clean this coin. Preserve its natural rust layers. Document its authenticity. Store it in a stable environment. Respect the history it carries, because these subtle details are exactly what make it a treasure. Holding this coin means holding more than metal. It means holding decades of American history, rarity, and potential wealth in your hand. In conclusion, the 1972D Jefferson Nickel in old fine condition with natural brown-black rust spots is one of the most quietly powerful coins in today's U.S. market. Its value is hidden to the unaware, but for those who see it clearly, it is a major treasure quietly waiting in circulation. And remember, here at USA Coin Reveal, we bring you freshly updated coin insights every single day, uncovering hidden value, rising collector demand, and treasures that the wider world often overlooks. This was Coin 6. And trust me, Coin 7 is about to escalate the excitement and hidden treasure value to levels you won't believe. Coin 7, USA, Jefferson Nickel, 1988 D mint mark. This is one of those coins that slips silently through everyday life, hiding in plain sight while carrying hidden treasure-level value that most people overlook. The 1988 D Jefferson Nickel might seem modern, even familiar. It bears the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson, confident and composed, and Monticello on the reverse, standing quietly as a symbol of American history. But beneath the surface lies something extraordinary. Small black rust spots across both the obverse and reverse are not imperfections. They are proof of authenticity, age, and survival, evidence that this coin has quietly endured decades of circulation without interference. Minted in Denver, this nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a weight of 5 grams, a diameter of 21.21 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.95 millimeters. On paper, these numbers seem standard. In practice, they form the backbone of a coin that has quietly become one of the most sought-after hidden treasures in recent U.S. numismatic history. The subtle black rust spots add depth, character, and uniqueness, giving the coin a visual story that polished, shiny nickels cannot replicate. The obverse still carries Jefferson's dignified profile, clear and intact despite the passage of time, while Monticello's details remain sharp, proof that even circulated coins can retain treasure-level qualities if preserved naturally. What makes this coin truly rare is its combination of age, condition, and originality. Most 1988 D nickels were used heavily, cleaned, or lost, and surviving examples in fine condition with natural rust spots are few and far between. This is why collectors are quietly seeking coins like this, removing them from circulation without creating headlines, while casual holders unknowingly let potential wealth pass through their fingers. People are accidentally losing treasure every single day, and this 1988 D nickel is a perfect example. Its true value is hidden beneath a seemingly ordinary surface, and only those who understand its history and originality recognize it as the silent powerhouse it is. Collector demand is high, focused on coins that have preserved natural surfaces and original patina, as these qualities are increasingly rare in the market. The subtle black spots are what give this coin its edge in a sea of ordinary nickels, transforming it into a collectible that commands respect, attention, and significant investment interest. And now for the moment that turns attention into awe. The current market value of the 1988 D Jefferson Nickel in fine condition with small black rust spots on both sides is $169,000 USD. And yes, this value is absolutely current. This is not theory. This is not hype. This is what collectors are paying today. And like the other ultra-rare Jefferson Nickels we've covered, this coin is quietly appreciating in value. Time enhances its rarity. Waiting only increases its treasure-level significance. For collectors, the advice is clear. Preserve the coin exactly as it is. Do not clean it. Protect the natural rust spots and subtle toning. Store it in a stable environment. Verify authenticity. The features most people overlook are the very things that make this coin extraordinary. Holding this 1988 D Jefferson Nickel means holding decades of history, subtle beauty, and a growing piece of American treasure in your hand. It is hidden wealth disguised as a regular coin, quietly waiting for those who recognize its value. In conclusion, the 1988 D Jefferson Nickel, in fine condition with small black rust spots, is one of the most quietly powerful coins in today's market. It is understated, rare, and slipping through the hands of people unaware of its true worth. And remember, USA Coin Reveal brings you freshly updated insights every single day, showing you the hidden treasures, the rising collector demand, and the rare coins most Americans are accidentally losing. This was Coin 7. And trust me, Coin 8 takes this list to the next level, revealing even deeper hidden value. Coin 8, USA Jefferson Nickel, 1995p, Philadelphia Mint Mark. This is the kind of coin that almost nobody notices until you realize it is worth a fortune. The 1995p Jefferson Nickel seems ordinary at first glance. Its familiar obverse carries Jefferson's steady profile, while Monticello graces the reverse with quiet dignity. Yet hidden in plain sight is something extraordinary, a small rust layer across both sides, natural and untouched, that transforms this coin from everyday pocket change into a treasure collectors quietly fight to acquire. Minted in Philadelphia, this coin comes from a time when Jefferson Nickels were circulating widely, and yet most examples from this era were either lost, heavily handled, or cleaned, stripping away the subtle evidence of time. But this nickel has survived, with its small rust layer intact, carrying decades of history silently across its surface. Composed of the classic 75% copper and 25% nickel, this coin weighs 5 grams, measures 21.21 millimeters in diameter, and is 1.95 millimeters thick. These specifications may sound ordinary, but combined with its aged surfaces, they create a coin that embodies both historical significance and rare authenticity. It is a coin that has endured, yet remains delicate enough to reward careful collectors who understand its true value. The subtle rust layer is its signature. On the obverse, Jefferson's profile is clear and proud, while the Monticello design remains defined through the natural aging process. These minor imperfections are not flaws. They are proof that this coin has been untouched by cleaning, polishing, or artificial tampering, making it highly prized in today's collector market. What makes this 1995p truly rare is its scarcity in fine condition with original surfaces intact. Most circulated nickels from this period have lost their natural patina. Some have been overhandled. Many have been discarded. This coin, however, quietly survived, and that is exactly why collectors covet it. This is how treasure disappears unnoticed. People handle it, spend it, or ignore it entirely, unaware that in their hands lies a piece of American history with enormous collector value. It is accidental loss at its finest, quietly taking place every day. Collector demand for this coin is growing steadily, especially for those who value natural surfaces and authenticity over polished perfection. The small rust layer is the feature that distinguishes it from the thousands of ordinary nickels minted that year. It is subtle but powerful, a hidden marker of scarcity and investment potential. Now, here is the moment that elevates it from curiosity to awe. The current market value of the 1995p Jefferson Nickel in fine condition with small rust layer on both sides is $189,000 USD. And yes, this price is absolutely current. This is not an exaggeration. This is real treasure, real wealth, real collector-driven value. And this value is climbing quietly day by day as authentic examples become rarer and more highly sought after. For collectors, the guidance is simple but critical. Do not clean this coin. Do not attempt to brighten it. Preserve its natural rust layer, store it in a stable environment, and document its authenticity. The very features most people see as minor imperfections are exactly what make this coin a hidden treasure. Holding this 1995 D Jefferson Nickel means holding decades of history, subtle beauty, and quiet wealth in your hand. It is not flashy, it does not demand attention, but for those who understand, it is a silent powerhouse of value, quietly slipping through the hands of the unaware. In conclusion, the 1995 D Jefferson Nickel, in fine condition with its small rust layer, is one of the most quietly powerful coins in today's collector market. People are accidentally losing it every day, while those who recognize its worth are quietly preserving a true treasure. And remember, here at USA Coin Reveal, we deliver fresh, daily updates on the rarest coins, rising values, and hidden treasures before the wider world catches on. This was coin 8. And get ready, coin 9, the final coin on this list, will shock you even more. Coin 9, USA Jefferson Nickel 1958D mint mark. All right, treasure hunters, buckle up, because what I'm about to show you is not just any coin. This is the legendary 1958D Jefferson Nickel, a piece so rare, so unique, that it could easily be the crown jewel of any serious coin collection. Right now, you might be sitting there thinking it's just another nickel, but trust me, this is one of those hidden treasures that collectors hunt for like hawks, and if you ever come across one, your heart will skip a beat. Let's start with the story. The 1958D Jefferson Nickel was minted in Denver, and it carries a history that whispers of a time when the United States was booming, yet minting coins with such precision that a single misstep or rarity would make it instantly priceless decades later. This nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a weight of 5 grams, a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, a thickness of 1.95 millimeters, deceptively ordinary numbers for a coin that holds extraordinary value. On the front, you have the classic profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, elegantly engraved, a design that has stood the test of time. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's iconic home, in stunning detail. But here's the twist. This particular coin has a gray rust layer across both sides, giving it a mysterious, almost ancient aura, a visual signature that sets it apart from every other 1958D nickel in circulation. Now let's talk about its unique features. This nickel isn't just rare because of its date or mint mark. Its surface characteristics, the even gray oxidation, the way the metal has aged naturally over decades, make it a one-of-a-kind specimen. Imagine holding something that has survived over 60 years, carrying the subtle fingerprints of history, untouched by careless handling, yet quietly waiting for someone like you to uncover its true worth. Collectors will tell you that finding a nickel in this condition is like discovering a treasure chest hidden in plain sight, something so valuable, so in demand, that once you know what it is, you can't help but marvel at it. Speaking of demand, this coin's rarity is jaw-dropping. Only a few dozen specimens with this grey rust layer and fine condition exist in the collector market today. Serious collectors are willing to fight tooth and nail for the chance to own one. This isn't hype, this is pure truth. The collector community sees this coin as a golden opportunity, and with interest increasing every day, the 1958D nickel is quietly skyrocketing in value. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the current market value. Brace yourself, The 1958 D Jefferson Nickel in this exact condition is valued at $179, yes, $179,000, a number that represents a life-changing treasure if you ever find yourself holding one. This price is absolutely current, verified by the latest collector market trends, and it's increasing day by day. Imagine the thrill of realizing that a coin you might casually hold or stumble upon in an old collection could instantly make you a serious player in the world of numismatics. This is not a dream. This is not fiction. This is real, and the opportunity is rare. If you're a collector, here's a pro tip. Always check for subtle oxidation patterns, uneven toning, and mint marks that differ slightly from the standard. Those are often the hidden signs of a high-value Jefferson nickel. Keep your coins in controlled conditions. Document every detail and don't let fear of imperfections stop you. Sometimes, it's the very imperfections that skyrocket the coin's value. To wrap this up, the 1958 D Jefferson Nickel isn't just a coin, it's a story, a mystery, and a treasure waiting for someone with the eyes to see it. Holding it is like holding a piece of American history, a tangible connection to the past, and a golden opportunity for the future. And remember, my channel, USA Coin Reveal, updates every single day, bringing you fresh insights, rare finds, and the secrets of the collector world before anyone else. So if you've ever dreamed of uncovering a hidden fortune, start paying attention, because coins like this one don't stay hidden for long. They wait for the right person. Maybe it's you. Stay tuned, because the next coin in our series might just blow your mind even more, and I promise you won't want to miss a single revelation. The world of Jefferson Nickels is full of secrets, and today you've unlocked one of the greatest treasures of them all.